Alright, so tonight we'll be working on the E46 again. One of the many causes of this check engine light will be the secondary air pump not working, and it's cheaper on these cars to go ahead and just delete them as opposed to getting a new one, and there's not really any point in them other than emissions standards. So I went ahead and bought this $30 block off plate from Turner Motorsport, and we're just going to install that today. I'm gonna have to get it tuned later, but I'll get that along with a bunch of other issues to fix. So let's get to it. Alright, so pretty much this Turner kit comes with the block off plate and a gasket, and from what I've seen you can just get rid of it with some basic sockets, nothing too special. Looks like those might be 8 right down there, 3 of them holding on. And then you remove this, get some hoses, take it off here, and the plate goes in there. Let's do it. Alright guys, so I went ahead, got the hose off that was right here. It's just one hose clamp here, there's another one down there. You can get them with, I believe, a 6mm. Yep, 6mm or flathead screwdriver, just as any basic hose clamp. Now we're taking off the 3 10mm bolts here, and once we get them off, should just come right out. Oh, that's gone. Alright, there's that, and then you've got your electric plug, your electrical connection here. Take it off, and there's your secondary air pump. This is a good $200 part we don't need. Alright, so next you pretty much take off these 2 10mm nuts here that hold on the bracket. And it should just come all right off. Oh wait, nope, there's a third one down there. How did we miss that one? Alright, I don't know how I missed that, but there's 3 nuts here, all 10mm, and once you get those off, then this bracket will come off. Throw it out, we don't need it. And so far the only con I would say of this is that it makes it harder to hide these wires for my light bar that I installed. That's right down there. It's a nifty little thing, $50 on eBay. Good purchase. But next, try and take the hose off of this end here of this pump, and then go ahead and get, there's a 10mm bolt there and a 10mm there that goes on either side of that. So might have to go get some WD-40. We'll see how this turns out. Alright, so we finally got the hose off, but just look at how gross that is and how ridiculously old and cracked. I mean, that's just from sitting right next to that manifold right there, so I can only imagine how hot this thing got. But again, the rest of it, throw it out. Don't need it. I forgot to mention, take off this vacuum hose that's right here, and you can just put a golf tee or something in it. Alright, so here's the pneumatic valve or something. I don't know what the hell this is. But again, like everything else, just kind of toss it to the side. One of them, they should be 2 10mm nuts that come out of studs that are inside the head, but as everything goes, one of them came out with the whole head on it, so shouldn't be an issue. You can just put it in like that. Doesn't appear to be any sort of a seal that's already on it or a gasket, so go ahead and get your gasket here, put that bad boy on, and put the bolts through there, and that'll pretty much be it. Afterwards, we're gonna block off this vacuum valve with a T of some sort, and probably cover up this with some electrical tape, and figure out what to do with these freaking wires. Alright, so here's the block off plate. It comes in 2 sides. It has 2 sides to it. There's this side, I guess you could just kind of makes it easy to hold like that, and then there's also this flat side, which is obviously going to be the side that goes against the head, and you have this gasket that'll go right between it, and put it in, and that'll be that. Alright, now I don't know exactly what the torque specs needs to be on these two bolts, but I mean, you got to get them in there nice and snug, but at the same time, you do have to be careful because you are going into an aluminum head, so you don't want to mess that up. That would be costly. I would imagine this should go without saying, but this is the internet and YouTube, so don't do this if your car is hot. You got your exhaust manifold down there, and I simply just drove it into my driveway over here for 30 seconds off the street, and these are still pretty warm. So if you've driven this thing for more than 5 minutes, I would not do this job until it has cooled down. Make sure obviously that is nice and snug. We'll get some tape on that and see how it goes. Alright guys, so you can probably tell it's a couple days later. Kind of like the last few of my videos with these installs, and that's because it's been getting dark a lot earlier here, and I kind of run out of daylight, or in this case my battery on my camera decided it wanted to die right as I was shooting the last shot. So anyway, I've gotten a chance to drive around a little bit with my secondary air pump delete, and I will say I really haven't noticed much of a difference in anything, and I don't think you're supposed to. I think it's mainly just sort of a startup, an idling issue that you run into, and I've probably had that for a while because mine's been out for a while. I just haven't done anything about it, and I just went ahead and decided, you know, let's go ahead and clean up the engine bay a little bit and call it a day. Alright, for those of you who don't know, the diesel valve is a little box on the corner of your intake, and it's got a vacuum pump and a little electric circuit or something along those lines in there, and it basically adjusts your intake runner length with that little flap, and it pretty much allows for, you know, just helps with acceleration where the lower rev ranges and the higher one. It's just another way to help get around that torque curve. And I decided to go ahead and replace mine. I mean, it was about $180 on Rock Auto, so it's probably one of the more expensive parts I've bought for this car so far. It was really easy though. It's literally 2 bolts and a plug. So yeah, you'll see it in the install video I put out in a little while. But I just went ahead and replaced it because it's a good idea to. My car's got 170,000 miles and it was still the stock diesel valve. So I figured I might as well go ahead and do it before it decides to fail on me. One of the issues that comes out of it, the little plug at the end of the flap sometimes comes loose and will get sucked into your engine, and mine had not done that yet, so I feel like it was time to go ahead and do that. 17 years later, 170,000 miles, it was probably about time. So I mean, going through the revs, I don't really notice any sort of a difference in you know, torque or anything, but there could also be because of the tune that's on it as well. It could be the fact that the check engine light is still on, which I kind of thought that was also one of the other issues I was having with the check engine light, but so far it doesn't quite seem to be that way. I haven't cleared it yet. I'm waiting a little bit to do that because I feel like the last time I did that, it sort of caused some issues. So I'm still a little anxious to do that. But I thought there was a vacuum leak of some sort. Well, I know there is one, and I thought that could have also been a culprit with the outer O-ring on that going bad. And you can't replace the O-rings, it's attached to the unit itself. So hopefully, I don't think that completely solved the vacuum leak, and I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully it did something and it wasn't just complete preventative maintenance, but even then, you know, that's maintenance I got out of the way, which is always a good thing. So I don't know if I told you all earlier kind of what the deal is with the secondary air pump, but at least in America, which is pretty much the only market that it was installed in, it sort of pumps air into the exhaust, from my understanding, to heat up the catalytic converters a little bit quicker, and it's pretty much just an emissions thing. And like I said, it was really only sent out on the American cars. So if you're like me and it's already broken, you don't want to go pay $200-300 to get a new one. You can get this $29 kit that comes with the little block-off plate, or you could also go through, I believe it was Castle Tuning or something along those lines. It's about $100 that comes with the block-off plate and a tune for your ECU that deletes the code on it, which all that really does is clear the check engine light. It doesn't do anything along the lines of, you know, making it run any better. It just clears that check engine light from the secondary air pump delete that you've just done. So, which I didn't go with that route because I'm not going to spend another, what, $70 just on a tune when I'm going to spend another, like, quite a bit just to get a decent basic tune on this ECU in the next coming months. So I figured I'll just go ahead and wait for that, not even worry about it, just get the block off plate, call it a day. And you know, if it's already broken and you don't want that hunk of metal just sitting in your engine bay, you can do what I did, just delete it. It'll clean it up a lot. So, you know, you got some room there to do anything. Really, I guess there's not really anything you can put there. Makes room for a nice top mount turbo if you were wanting to go that route. You know, that's right where it would go. So, you know, if you were maybe in the works of doing that, you're definitely going to have to do this because that's the easiest place for it to go, I would say. But other than that, I mean, it really does nothing with performance, nothing with drivability. It's just an emissions thing that only affects your cold starts. So far, I mean, I don't have any issues with it. I don't think I'm going to, as long as I did that seal right and torqued them down decently. Nothing wrong, nothing bad should happen of it. So I'm pretty sure my conclusion is going to be that I like this. I went ahead and just bought the $100 piece from Turner, or not the $100, no, I wouldn't do that. No, it's a $20 piece from Turner Motorsports, and like I said, you could buy about $90 or $100 will get you a piece and that tune from Castle Tuning, if you wanted to go that route, which, like I said, I've got other plans, so I'm not going to spend that for it. But yeah, if I've got any updates on it, you know, such as any leaks coming from it, I will keep you all updated. And keep a heads up for that Disavalve install. I know the weather here is getting a lot colder, so I think some of these videos might, I mean, sorry for not really putting out many videos. The weather out here, or down here in Louisville, is getting kind of weird. I mean, it's Louisville, so it's got some weird weather to it anyway, but last week it was nice, like 50, 60 degrees, and now it is 20 degrees. So we're having some fun times down here. So these videos might not be super frequent when it's this cold out. I don't have anything quite in the works at the moment, so stay updated. it might be a little bit before I get you another video, so I do apologize for that, but I just don't really have anything to film at the moment with any of my cars. I'll see what I can do here in the next couple days, see if I can find anything interesting to film. But for now, thanks for watching and subscribe. Alright guys, before I leave you all, I just got this new GoPro mount from Joby, I guess is the name. So still kind of playing around with it. It's pretty neat. I like it a lot better than the normal GoPro suction cup, but I've only used it a few times, and I'm gonna kind of give it a little while and then probably send out a review of it. I mean, it's just a little simple $20-$30 GoPro suction cup, but I figure it might be something nice to have on a channel, kind of reviewing something along those lines. And I do apologize for my parking pass and stitch kind of dangling around. Still kind of trying to get that setup going, so sorry about that, but thanks for holding up with me. And don't forget that if you like this video and you want some more, go ahead, leave a like, possibly a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. See you later.